Welcome to Second Take, the show that focuses on the issues behind the news. As a result of the blurred delineation of artisanal and illegal mining as distinct categories, the mining sector is questioning aspects pertaining to policies for the artisanal mining sector. Mining Weekly senior staff writer Zandile Mavuso tells us more. Welcome, Zandile.
Thanks, Leandi.
Firstly, Zandile, what role does artisanal mining play in the South African economy, and why is this form of mining often perceived as being illegal?
Okay, artisanal mining in the South African mining sector is perceived as a way in which jobs could be created and poverty could be alleviated. Now, the problem comes in whereby the way in which artisanal mining is defined, it's seen as a mining activity that could be done by individuals and small groups and stuff like that, use mining as a way of creating means for existence for themselves. But now, looking at how artisanal minings go about mining, it is easily perceived as illegal mining, which is also known as the Zamazamas, who actually use mines that are disused for their personal gain in terms of getting money and all those kind of things, which are similar to what the artisanal miners are doing. So therefore, there are those blurred lines that exist between the two, because now it's the similar thing happening in both instances. So that's why there is the problem with artisanal mining being perceived as illegal mining.
Okay, then what does the MPRDA say about artisanal mining, and is the topic adequately addressed?
The MPRDA looks at artisanal small-scale mining as a form of alleviating poverty. And in that regard, it also sees it as a low, if any, low mechanization mining activity. So it perceives it as part of the mining sector holistically, as it forms part of it. However, there is concern that most of the attention is put more on the small-scale mining instead of the artisanal mining part of artisanal mining and small-scale mining. So it becomes then a problem in terms of how then does artisanal mining fit into the general formal mining sector within South Africa. We do find, though, that before the implementation of the MPRDA, mining rights were given to larger scale mining operations, and artisanal mining was excluded from that. However, we're starting to see the Department of Mineral Resources actually identifying artisanal mining as one of the many mining activities that happen in South Africa. So now at the moment we have four, the lowest being the artisanal miners, then the small-scale miners, then the junior miners, then the large-scale miners. So we're beginning to see an inclusion of artisanal mining within the mining rights and the mining sector in South Africa. So that's where the MPRDA is in terms of ASMs.
And then what more should be done to include artisanal mining in the broader mining sector and to eliminate this confusion between artisanal and illegal mining?
There was a journal written last year in the Southern African Institute of Mining and Metallurgy, which I think it's titled Comparison of Artisanal Mining between Ghana and South Africa. So the writers of the journal identify the fact that maybe if the Department of Mineral Resources could be more involved in terms of trying to get artisanal miners to participate more into the formal sector of mining in South Africa, that could actually help us alleviate this pressure of artisanal miners being illegal miners. Then we also find the University of Johannesburg looking into researches they've done in Rwanda and Burundi in terms of artisanal mining, and they've realized that there's more need for skills development within artisanal miners for them to understand what is illegal and what is legal, and that could be a solution in order for making this more formal. So they do suggest that maybe if there are courses done within universities people who are studying mining and to actually give them the background and the skills development on how artisanal mining could take place. That could be a way in which we could solve this problem. And also the commentators within the industry, I'm talking about researchers that go into this and other officials within the mining sector, do suggest that maybe if there could be more involvement of mining companies, the larger scale ones, and businesses and consultants, to look at ways in which they could come together and bring this into a way in which it helps and benefits the mining sector, then it will be easier for us to accommodate the artisanal miners into the formal sector, and maybe it will alleviate the illegal mining aspect of it in our mining sector.
Thank you so much, Zandile.
Thanks, Leandi.
That's it for today. Join us again next week for more news analysis on South Africa's mining industry.